It feels as though Hamas is starting to get more desperate.
Yes, it definitely does, because what they're doing is they're doing a lot of attacks out of the tunnels. They'll hit the Israelis and then they'll run back into the tunnels. So it's sort of a smash and then move back in for defensive postures. In addition to this, as you see what's been going on with these people that have been killed, this is what Hamas does. They've been doing this for a long time, of using people as human shields. But at the same time, if they're not going to stay there, Hamas is going to hold them back.
All right, you always have to be skeptical of public relations during war. There's the fog in war, and then both sides have a story to tell. What do you make now of the Israelis' further intensification and feeling and telegraphing that they think Hamas is, quote unquote, crumbling?
Well, when we look at what Hamas has done over the years, Hamas has never been a very well-trained force. I mean, the preparation for what they did in Israel must have taken years for them to do. So their ability to be able to conduct battle, any kind of battle that's very unified and cohesive against Israel, is very, very weak by the best. So as Israel closed that area down, it really is putting a stranglehold on Hamas, and I can see where Hamas is starting to basically panic a little bit.
Look, we believe the Israelis have put out intelligence to suggest the Hamas leader flew from Qatar to Tehran for urgent consultations. And look, we were all ready for Hassan Nasrallah to announce a new northern front to this war. He was going to come out with some very fiery speech about how this was a resistance across the Arab world against Israel in the name of the Palestinians. And he said, hey, the Palestinians are on their own. We're sitting back, which I thought was pretty interesting and shows you how Israel has restored deterrence. And then there was this response from the Israelis to the speech. Take a listen.
Admit it was so boring, I don't know whether his speechwriter was killed in recent IDF strikes on Hezbollah up in the north. He was hiding in a bunker like a coward, and if I were giving a long, hour-long speech defending the paedophile rapists of Hamas, I would be afraid to show my face in public as well.
From a strategic standpoint, that's sort of openly antagonistic.
Yes, it is.
What's the psychological operation behind that?
Well, basically, the Israelis are not intimidated. They've never been intimidated. And this leader has not done a public announcement in years. I mean, it's always been behind a camera somewhere, hiding in a bunker. He just did it again. But the thing about Israel is that they are straightforward, direct, in-your-face kind of individuals. And that's what's great about them, is they're describing exactly the situation of how this guy just did his speech and exactly their attitude as far as saying, excuse me, you're a coward for hiding and you're not up front doing anything. You're not leading by any type of example, which is pretty poor.
Cowards also take civilians as hostages. That's what Hamas has. And you've heard now this rallying cry from the Israelis that the hostages are their #1 priority. They're inside these tunnels, mixed in with Hamas fighters. Every time the Israelis are going to blow up one of these tunnels, oftentimes from the air, how do they make that decision? That we protect our troops on the ground by blowing up the tunnels, and we might be blowing up our own hostages?
That's one of the critical things that they have to watch out for. Over the years, now these tunnels have been built for years from Hamas, but also over the years, Israel's intelligence has been phenomenal. And what we use
with the exception of October 7th.
That is correct. And maybe there's some complacency on that one too, right? But the human intelligence has always been good. So they do have some information about the tunnels. In fact, I was able to see some airstrikes where they went deep and they had secondaries. So they were delayed bombs that blew up tunnel areas, and there were secondaries, which means there was explosives below that. So those were known hits. That is something Israel has. So they're going to have to enter these tunnels, which are very narrow, to prosecute as best as possible to get their hostages out. But at some point, that's a fatal funnel. It's a very narrow area where they can be shot at. It's exceptionally dangerous. So it is really going to be based on what kind of resistance that they face in the tunnel, and I hope they get the hostages.
Yeah, it's almost like tunnel rats in Vietnam.
Exactly.
Some of the same things they were facing. All right.
Exactly.
It's good to see you, Glenn. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.